Hi everyone, Lindsay here. Just wanted to check in quickly and share some thoughts with you regarding traveling and how to get started traveling and kind of how I got started, because I'm getting ready to embark again on May 2nd to go backpacking, with my first stop being in Sicily to meet my boyfriend, who I met nearly a year ago when I was backpacking in Europe for the first time. And I was doing a lot of reflecting as I was sitting in traffic on the way home today from work in California. It's the one joys of traffic, I guess you get a lot of time to reflect. And I don't know if it's the combination of just reflecting on my day-to-day and recognizing some certain things that have been happening in my life recently, or I also did an infrared sauna session and sweated my ass off. So there's like definitely a situation going on between this leather seat and my dress right now. It's not good. So excuse this hot mess look, because that's what's going on. I was just in the sauna for 40 minutes and sweating for the hour drive home. But anyway, I wanted to share some mindset things that I have acquired over the years that have helped me choose and design the life that I'm living currently, which is traveling and like unconventional type of work. So in a nutshell, I used to have like a normal job and career. I was a director of a school and then a director of a brain training center, which sounds all fancy, but I was effing miserable. I did not enjoy showing up to an office every day. I felt like I wasn't giving my all. I was pretty much just dragging my ass to work and like staring at a computer screen and dreaming of foreign lands. So finally, after a series of events, I finally had quit my job and I just kind of let go. So I think that's the first step of, if you want to travel or if you want to change your life, you need to have a sense of belief that you'll figure shit out. Like, you might not have it all figured out, and I'm still figuring stuff out to this day, but I think the main thing that I've learned throughout the last 3 years of quitting my job and then backpacking and coming back to the US and getting ready to leave again is like, I just have this strong sense of belief that I'm confident that I'll figure it out. Whether it's something, financially happens, something travel-wise happens, whatever it might be. So I think that's the first thing, that is to start exercising and developing a sense of confidence that you might not have all the answers now, but given what you know and your capability of learning, that you can figure a situation out, or you can at least have the courage to ask other people to help you, because I've definitely asked for a much more help and guidance over the past couple years than I ever did, because I was always stubborn. Like, I got this, because I got offered a director job when I was 22 years old and like thought like, oh yeah, okay, I got this, I got a business card, I got the office, I know my shit. But I struggled and it was tough, and it gave me a lot of stress and anxiety, and I just don't even want to relive that. But if you're sitting there, whether you're at home, whether you're in a job, whether you're in a relationship, whatever it might be, and you're just not fulfilled, or you're contemplating all the time, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Just feel and develop that sense of, okay, I'll figure it out, and give yourself a guideline to take action, because you can sit and analyze for days on end as to what's the best this or what's the best that. But the number one thing is you just have to take action, whether it's buying the travel guide, whether it's talking and reaching out to somebody who's already traveling and asking for advice, or whether it's, booking a ticket. Because that's the one thing. People want you to have plans, but it is okay to not have a plan. Like, everybody I talk to is like, oh my God, well, what's your plan now that you're going to leave the United States? And I'm like, well, I'm going to Sicily. That's what I know for sure. And then I'll figure shit out along the way. So you don't have to have an overall game plan or whatever. People like to have that as like a safety net or a sense of security, but all you need to do is take the first step. And I'm going to be super cliche right now, because that one quote is like, you don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the first step. So yeah, it's kind of like that with anything in life. But I think the thing that really got me in this like nostalgic mood as I was driving home was that I used to always think, okay, I have to have this career. And when I returned back to the USA, I was pretty broke, and I knew I didn't want to go back to an office job. I worked some side jobs, nanny, saved a little bit of money, drove cross country, found myself in California, and I had nothing really lined up. So I was just like, okay, I'll figure it out. And I talked to friends, and I've been connected with a couple different jobs. And today I got paid, and I'm not saying this to brag, I'm just saying this to be like, okay, this is the shit that can happen if you believe that there are things out there and options out there. Today, my job was to hang out with this older gentleman who I've been helping for the past month, who was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's, and him and his wife were like super successful lawyers, and he's been diagnosed for the past like 2.5 years, and you know, the wife just needs a break and needs some me time, which I totally get. So I've been helping out and taking him for 4 hours a day, and we go to lunch, we go whatever we want to do. So today my job was pretty much to go to the movies and see the movie Miracles from Heaven, which I cried way too many times, I like to admit, and I'm not a sap in movies, but holy shit, that movie will make you cry, so beware. And then we went to True Food Kitchen to have like this delicious lunch, and like I got paid more than I would get paid in my other jobs to do that. So, you know, there are these unconventional methods out there as ways to make money and things that you can do in your life. You know, if you choose to have that little courage and belief that you will find something. But anyway, to get back to the point, because I'm like in my head, I was like, I just need to record something, even though it's probably going to be one long flowing stream of blah, blah, blah. But I guess my point is that there's been a lot of people that I've talked to over the past like 2 years that have kind of seen what I've been doing, people I know, or even strangers. And it's always like, well, I want to do that. And it is possible, and I'm not going to give you the bullshit like if I can do it, anybody can do it, because no, I don't believe in that. There's still people out there, and here's a little secret, that even though I've backpacked and traveled for 16 months straight, I see other people traveling, and it still dawns on me like, well, how are they doing it? Like, there's no one solution or one formula as to how to have a life of travel. I think part of it is just figuring it out and at least taking that first step and having that little courage that you have to muster up to at least put that one foot on the plane and get going to your first destination. But, you know, even for me, it's like, I'm like, well, how is that person doing that? How are they going there? What are they doing? How are they funding their trip? You know, it still comes across my mind a lot when I see that. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of share like that. I don't know. It's so hard to like wrap up all my thoughts because my mind's just going nuts right now. But I hope this makes sense, and I just want to share with you kind of what I've learned through this process and kind of make, oh my God,